And also, if there's any reporters in here, can you please exit? That was my nice warning. So.
Sorry, I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Dan with the Tribune, and I just will definitely respect your privacy. This is your
Thank you.
Just curious, why are you guys afraid, or why you're asking us to leave? I just wanted to understand better for me.
Just because I asked you to, and, we just want to discuss.
Sure, that's totally fine. Tell you what,
I'll be in contact.
yeah, well, you don't even have to talk to me.
No, I'll talk to you. It's no, I just want
Sure,
just to be in our own spaces.
sure.
You're the one that gave me the I do it now right now. I've already posted really late with them, so I will go ahead and start
I'll be seeing you like my store. So it's my heart.
Wait, I'm so glad, like, seeing.
Faces, names, and stuff. Yeah. Darnish.
Okay, I thought it was
Hey.
because I've never met you in person, so I know it's weird to like someone on Facebook or.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm like,
Can you email the? It's nice to meet you.
I'm on assignment, yes. My personal preference is to stay. This is considered a limited public forum. It's open to the public and especially students of the university. I'm on here on assignment for a story. It is my personal preference not to leave. It's my personal preference not to leave. If by that you mean I choose not to leave, I am going to stay.
Well, can you put your camera away?
I won't be filming the entire time. Right now I'm just filming
we're gonna leave
because it is getting kind of escalated.
Actually,
But I don't anticipate it
you're gonna go
getting there. What's your name?
Because this is once again like white people being privileged and like
The College
refusing
Fix.
to leave.
That's a small national publication.
So we can just go.
I mean, but that's not the issue. I feel you, but it's going to be productive without him here. Is the problem. So, I mean, he's right.
I believe that
clearly his
this
point
is
that
a
it's the
story
public
of
spaces
national
for
interest.
class, but you're not going to record.
Yes, but that's completely inconsequential to getting the story. I'm trying to figure out what concerns students.
So you ready to put your job for respect for morals?
And for the record, the only reason I'm filming right now is because it is getting kind of
Have
escalated.
something else and get paid for it, right?
Like,
I can't.
Because if it was me, I was going to ask to leave.
But this is a story right now. I mean, Mrs. Flake did apologize today to the university. She gave her side of things.
We're not meeting for Melissa Click. We're meeting just a general
I prefer
meeting
it.
for students, and I would appreciate it if you would put your camera down.
I will
because
put it
I've
away.
already
As a matter
asked.
of fact, I've just, if you don't don't mind, and if I can stay, I will put my camera away.
I don't want anything recorded. I don't want none of that. So if you're not okay with that, and if you're gonna keep your camera up, see, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, as long as
that's what I asked.
We're off in a way, we don't mind you saying because it is a public place, but we're asking you to respect our privacy
Okay.
as we're meeting with each
I
other.
will interested in agreeing. Yeah. I will let you know if I am recording.
No, we need the camera put away if we could, please.
I mean, it
I'm
is.
pretty sure, my thing is that you say you're here on an assignment for your whatever news source you're with. I'm sure the other people that were in this space were as well, which is the reason why they spoke with her personally to discuss so after the
I don't
fact.
feel like that's even necessary.
But what I'm saying is that everybody else had their own personal story to cover as well, so do you. So they were able to respect our wishes, and we would appreciate if you could do the same. Not everything that we do needs to be publicized, needs to be written about, needs to
I
be
agree.
on the front cover of a paper. If you agree, then you will respect our wishes to give us this public space. And right now, we're on a time limit. We have other things to do. We are students as well, just as I'm sure you are. So we have to make sure that we get what we need discussed as a group, taken care of. And that's it, in a certain amount of time. And if you could respect it like everybody else did, and just simply give us this time to ourselves, because we never are able to receive it in any other way, because whenever we're out there, the cameras are towards us. We respect it.
Stop, because that's not okay. First of all, you don't owe him any explanation. Like, that's not necessary. What's MUPD, whatever, these people go ahead and just file a racial bias report, incident report, and we're going to go forward. I don't have time. I don't have patience.
Against me or?
I'm not talking.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna step out and make this call too.
I will also call them if this is about me.
What's your name, bro?
Mark Schierbecker. Schierbecker?
How you spell?
The college fix.
How you spell your last name?
I'll check this something, but I'll show you my business card actually.
What's your motive behind your recording?
I wanted to learn what this meeting was about because it wasn't publicized exactly what was going on. I'm trying to get this man a business card so that. Apologize for this mess. My very unprofessional. To which question? I wanted to figure out what concerned students' next steps were.
I can't hear you.
I wanted to learn what concerned students' next steps were, but seeing as that what the agenda of the meeting was, that's what I'm here to find out right now is what is the story. So I don't really know the answer to that question.
What is what story?
What is the topic of interest of this meeting? I mean, this was advertised on Twitter as a public event, albeit for only colored people, which is illegal, but I'm not going to take issue with that.
I don't think it's colored anywhere on it. I think about it being for only colors.
I don't know that was the way the message was intended, but the official flyer said, I'm just airballing what I think the flyer said, but it said it was for colored people. Yeah.
Or is that an assumption?
That's what the flyer said. I can pull it up. I can pull it up for sure. Yeah. And there are even some questions directed at you on Twitter from other people asking if white allies were permitted to attend. And no.
Are you an ally?
It doesn't matter because it's
Why wouldn't it matter?
It doesn't matter because this is a public building. This building doesn't have a reservation. It's if it would be an entirely different matter if you had gone through the channels and received a.
Hey, bro, I love you.
But you see how that makes. I'm trying to pull some information up for you.
No. Extra information or outside information. You regarded
Calling all black students and students of color for a concerned town hall.
Wait, that's what we call, but that says only.
Okay.
Is that restricted
But-
to students of color? Because all we ask is you're here as a non-colored person is for privacy and not to be recorded. That's the only difference.
Okay.
Do you understand that we were
But-
required to be here, this is a public space?
Yeah.
But all we ask is that you respect our privacy and not
Yeah.
record.
Remove your equipment
I'm
from the-
presently recording for my own safety because you are calling MUPD. You just called MUPD. You called MUPD on me. You called campus police on me. So I'm recording so that this doesn't become a matter of hearsay later. Absolutely not.
So you're recording for your safety is what you said?
For my own. For.
No, because he
Thank you.
we need to have this discussion. You're recording for your own safety?
Yes, because one of your members is calling police on me presently, is my understanding. So I am recording so that when the police report comes out and they ask me what happened, I can just show them this recording.
You're recording for your safety?
I am recording so that MUPD doesn't later say that, take what your member is telling them about now and take that on hearsay.
Hearsay, what is said if there is no recording?
I don't know. Apparently, one of your members, I don't know your name, I apologize, has called campus police. That is why I'm presently recording. If that is not an issue, I will put the camera away. If MUPD coming is the only reason I'm asking. Okay, the reason I was recording before was because that was before you asked us to put cameras away. And then MUPD was called. Okay.
So at this point, would it be you and
Yeah. And if MUPD is not going to be a problem, I will put the camera away. 100% promise.
I have a question.
If MUPD is not going to call me later and say that I said something and I'm going to be placed under arrest, I will put the camera away.
So if we move to another public location, will you follow us? Because then you're antagonizing our.
I mean, but that's already what he's doing. He's been an educator and we're feeding into it. So we're gonna go ahead and leave this space.
Okay.
And we're gonna let your privilege show. So you're welcome. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time.
I forgot your name again.
Josh, bro.
Josh.
Hi, Mark. I hope you have a blessed day.
You too. Are you a member of? Alright. You said your name is Josh?
I got love for you, bro.
Oh, you're actually, I recognize you now. Are you Josh Trinnell?
You don't recognize me, bro.
Are recognize you from my video.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
That's all right, man. Like, I don't.
Oh, okay.
This isn't about you. I think you're a gentleman.
I love you, but I don't like you. You stand in. I just, I don't really like, I ain't talking to him. You sure? Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to know. Like, no, I'm genuinely interested. No, I'm genuinely interested. Are you still feel threatened?
I don't feel that there's a physical threat. I never really felt that. I mean, obviously in November, that was an entirely different situation. But when campus police are involved, then I have an issue because we cannot be weaponizing.
No, listen to me. Before you make that more than what it is, you were in here prior to MUPD being acknowledged. When you seen the announcement on Twitter, is that what you seen?
Yeah, I saw.
You would like to join the meeting. You're welcome to join that meeting. Do you understand that? You're welcome to join the meeting.
Yeah,
and then you get
I understand that now.
So, what was your purpose for your recording?
I was recording for the college page. I'm officially on assignment.
Okay, you're on an assignment to do what? What's your assignment?
I don't know, to find out what the story was. You know.
Is it to be nosy, for lack of better words? You felt that this was for people of color only, or students of color. You wanted to be nosy and you made a point by staying, by being the only non-color. Was that your motive? Honestly,
absolutely not.
Okay, so what is your
assignment by the university?
Hold on, bro. You said you were
Sorry.
saying to me. I just want to know. An assignment to do what? You said just to see what the meeting was about.
Yeah, it's just a I forget what you call it. It's just a testing the temperature of the situation, seeing if there's still a story here.
And you felt that you put that after you've been respectfully asked to put that away. Is that not antagonizing the situation?
But when campus police, you understand this?
This is before this is mentioned.
Yes, and I was totally willing to put it away just to hear you guys out.
Until when? Because that's all she asked. She said, "Will the reporters please leave?" They politely got up. A grown man even took him and his students in exit.
That was his personal decision, yes.
Right. So then, at what point were you actually going to fulfill her wishes? You said you to hear us out. What is there to hear? We asked a request of you as a member of this meeting that you were welcome to attend. What is the purpose of the equipment being out after she asked, "Would you please put it away?" What were you doing?
Recording because I was sensing that there was an escalation.
You had your equipment out before then.
Right.
Exactly. There was no escalation. You were recording before there was even a full audience, before she came to begin the meeting. So what was your purpose?
Well, I wasn't recording the entire time.
You're plotting to make your point for MUPD. You escalated the situation personally by refusing to remove your equipment before MUPD was acknowledged. What was your purpose? Sir, you are the problem. This situation causes the problem. This causes our frustration to our black community. You wanted to know what the meeting was about, what was going on? It's these situations that we have to discuss amongst our people. You're welcome, but white people antagonize us. You are an example for tonight. All you had to do was remove your equipment, come join us. We might have heard you out, raise your hand, you got a statement. You're privileged enough to believe that you didn't have to put away your camera, and you didn't. And your following story is about how you feel threatened once you heard MUPD. MUPD was acknowledged by us because we feel threatened by you refusing to remove your equipment.
By myself sitting here. Just
without respecting the wishes of the meeting.
Okay, but you understand that
I don't.
in a public space, such as on this campus.
It's public.
Right, public.
Right, but you're in a meeting of an organization that you're welcome to attend.
Right.
That we asked for you to put away equipment.
Okay, but legally, understand this, that Missouri is a one-party consent state. You don't have to ask anyone else. That goes for you now. You could be recording on your phone or whatever right now. I would have no problem with it.
What's the legal?
It's one-party consent state, which means that anyone could be recording at any given time, and only you, the recorder, has to know about it. So that's most states. That's like 40 states. There's 10 states where you need all the parties involved to know about it. That's to prevent wiretapping. I'm personally, I disagree with that interpretation. But in Missouri, you are legally allowed to record anyone at any given time if they're in a public space and they don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy.
But it is illegal to record anyone without their consent. And if this is
That's not true.
If this is for an assignment, it was to be published. This is for an assignment. It's documentation for an assignment as you've given us. It wasn't for personal containment.
It doesn't matter what the end use
because it's
is.
without our consent.
It
Had
does.
that
There
been
does not need.
established for your
I'm just
assignment
trying to educate
or your
you
professor,
that
I'm educating you. You're
I don't think
antagonizing us. You are.
I don't
villain
feel
in this
very
situation.
educated right now because this. Your interpretation is a little lacking, and that's not all on you. I mean, some of it is education at this university. People tend to assume that they have an expectation of privacy where they don't.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay, check this out.
Okay.
Let's say you're right. Let's say you just schooled us on all these legal paperwork and everything that you got. Thank you for your education. How about that? Let's take that in for tonight. At what point could you not have just put your equipment away? For what? You could have had the same assignment goals met, documented with pen and paper. You do not want to respect our wishes, sir. You're an example of a problem. I wanted to personally understand what your motive was and why you chose to make the decisions you did tonight. You've made it very clear. I just would like to make it clear to you that this is why we have these meetings. This is why we speak amongst our own community, because we get antagonized by white people. You are an example of tonight. Please make sure you understand that, and going forward, make sure it doesn't happen.
Thanks, Josh.